Ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be showing you guys how to make a large profit off of small engine mechanics. Small engine mechanics includes anything from four-wheelers, like you see here, riding lawnmowers, push mowers, or even weed whackers and pressure washers. I will be showing you guys my personal diagnostic process to see if this has spark, compression, and fuel. So the story behind this commercial grade Honda lawnmower was it was given to me by a friend. It was sitting at their shop for however long, they didn't specify, but it looks virtually brand new. The gas tank is bone dry, the oil looks brand new. It's a little dusty, but like I just said, it was just sitting in a shop. And I did already check the spark plug. It had a little bit of carbon, so I know it has been ran, but I did wire wheel it off, which is something I do to all my machines. So this thing has been ran, but it is obviously very low hours. So first thing I'm gonna go ahead and check here is gonna be the air filter. Go ahead, pop this air filter cover off. And as you can see, that is very clean. Definitely nothing wrong with that. I'm going to oil these. A lot of people don't oil these, but these can still let little particles through into your engine, can destroy your valves, your rings, whatever. So I'm gonna oil this thing real quick. Just some air filter oil, spray on. And there you go. Let's throw it back on, then check the spark plug and compression. Then, here we go. Got our clean and air filter oil. Let's go ahead and throw this back in the air box. I'll take the spark plug out, check for spark, check for compression. Like I said, I already cleaned the carbon off the spark plug. Next, I'm going to pull the spark plug. And you can see, like I said, I did clean the carbon off of it. So let's go ahead, check for spark, and then check compression. I'm going to have to hire you guys to check that for me. Hopefully you can see if it will spark. Okay, so as you can see, we have really good spark. Let's go ahead and check for compression. Just got a compression checker, thread it into the spark plug hole. Make sure it's nice and snug in there. Go ahead, give this thing 5 pulls, see what type of compression we are dealing with here. Feels solid. Go ahead, check that. Well, that's not a good sign. It is reading 60 PSI. So valves could be messed up or rings could be messed up, but let's go ahead and try to start it on starting fluid anyway. We're gonna go ahead and spray some starting fluid into that air intake. We have spark, but we don't have the best compression, so this will tell us if this engine is any good at all. Well, that doesn't make much sense. 60 PSI and it's still running. Normally that wouldn't work. So my guess is that my compression reader is broken or uncalibrated or something, because that should not run if it actually has 60 PSI of compression. Well, after very minimal work, we got this thing to run and it runs good at that. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen these blades. So whenever you are tilting a mower on the side to take the blades off or inspect the deck, you always want to make it so that the air box is facing upwards, or else oil will get into your carb and essentially hydrolock your engine. So while I'm under here taking these blades off, I will tell you These bolts holding the blades on are 14 millimeters. Normally they're 17 millimeters, which is pretty unusual. That's something I've never seen before. This is a dual blade mower. I'm gonna go ahead, thread the bolts back in to the blade adapter just so I don't lose them. And while I'm down here, clean off some of this dry dirt. So just put them in a vise, take your angle grinder, and give them a few passes. You can see if I take the sandpaper, cuts right through it. Let's go ahead and do this to the bottom side and then get that other blade sharpened. Okay, so now that we have our blades sharpened, we can go ahead and put them back on the mower deck. I like to go ahead and just hand tighten these first and then use the impact. A lot of people use torque wrenches. I just go by Ugga personally. And we'll call that good. And just like that, guys, we have a like-new commercial-grade Honda lawnmower. Runs, drives, fully maintained, fresh cut blades. It is ready for the market. And guys, it's the same thing as pressure washers. First I got it running, changed out one of the wheel tubes, cleaned the air filter, oiled the new clean air filter, did an oil change, and finally cleaned off the carbon off the spark plug.